Right, good morning, FoXDaWG day 28, rolling on at pace now. Okay, what's next? Now the rear fender is obviously the next step, but before I get stuck into that, two things today. Firstly, this is the front fender I did in the last video. Now as you can see, if you look at it clearly, if you looked at it in the last video and you check it with this, compare the two, I have narrowed down this section here. This steel section that's exposed, I've narrowed it in, brought the black in further, and I've done that by repainting the whole thing. Off camera during the week, that just bugged me so much, I decided while I came home from work one day, and I just did it again. It was ever so simple, very straightforward. Because it was already clear coated and sealed in, I got the Nitro Walls paint stripper, tried it again, and on the brand new paint that wasn't fully cured, it lifted it off straight away. So that was very easy. Wiped it all off, cleaned it back down, re-washed it, remasked it, and then did it again. And I masked off that centre section an inch narrower, which has made these pin lines look a bit bolder in that smaller area, so they're a bit better in proportion, and I much prefer that. I hope you do too. There it is. It's now more of a stripe in the centre of the mudguard rather than the actual top of the whole thing. Mudguard, stroke, fender, whatever you want to call it, seriously. Now I haven't clear coated it this time. I just did the black because if I didn't like it yet again, I didn't want to waste any more clear coat on it, and I actually like that. That's cool. So that brings me to the next section, clear coat. A load of you said in the week that you can't clear coat or you can't overcoat anything on top of tough paint, and you've tried and it's lifted up. Okay, there are two ways you can do it. Either you put the clear coat over as whilst it's still wet, like I did in the last video, and I hope you saw in the last video I put the clear coat over the tough paint. You saw that and it worked. So that's one way of getting it to work. The second way is actually to let it fully cure, and I mean a week. Let it completely go off and stop. I think proper paint guys call it off gassing, and that doesn't mean talking too much. That means letting it evaporate all of the gases out and fully cure. Once that happens, it's stable, and then you can put the clear coat over it. And the proof of that is if you go back to the fire paint job that Mackie did, you remember that legendary paint job we did on the Turbo XJR? That was tough paint as a black base coat. If you watch that series of videos, you'll see exactly that. I used Simonized tough paint as the base coat. I flattened it all down. Mackie came here, you remember, we painted it with the fire paint, and we put 6 coats of 2K clear over that, and it didn't react at all. So there's other proof. So proof it goes on wet, proof it goes on fully cured, but you can't overcoat Simonized tough paint unless it's fully cured. Now, the reason I haven't clear coated this, partly because I may still not like that, and I may do it again yet during the course of the last few days, but actually I am happy with it and I'm ready to clear coat that now, and I'll probably do it this afternoon. But putting that to one side, the paint itself, what I've done is made a small change. Rather than messing about with that and having to wait for it to cure and having to take that chance, I've just gone and invested in some primer and some regular black, as you saw. So I've got some ordinary Simonized acrylic grey primer for the bare metal and some straightforward acrylic satin black, not tough paint, just regular satin black, and some clear lacquer. As you know, I've got 6 cans of that. The idea of doing this is quite simply that I want to put the regular proper acrylic black under the acrylic clear coat, and that will go on, no problems at all, no risk, no matter no what, that's going to work. But you can't put this black on bare metal, it will just run off. You need primer. Now that gives me one more hurdle to get over, and that is that I've got to put 1 coat of primer on, then a coat of black, and I've got to cover the primer with the black. So you could end up with too much material and it creeps under the tape, because this stuff is wetter and runnier than tough paint. Tough paint's lovely, it's really sticky, it goes on sticky, it stays where you put it, it doesn't run. It's great stuff, it's why I use it all the time. But it does have its problems, and they are it. It really needs to cure. This stuff, it dries instantaneously. 5 minutes after putting it on, you can practically touch it. That's great, but it's very wet, very runny. So today I've got risks like it might run under the tape, so I've got to roll that tape down for all I'm worth. There are other risks if I pull it off and it's dried too much, I'll flake it off. It's all over it, and also I might see the primer under the black when I get that edge. There's all sorts of things that could go wrong today using this, but this whole project on paint is an experiment, so I'm up for it if you are. So let's shut up talking and let's get stuck in. Rear fender. Incredible, blimey, that hasn't bloomed, would you believe? All that one so far. 6 wet coats on there, 2 wet coats on the front fender so far, and no bloom at all. It's raining today and it's windy, humidity's up to about 93%, but it hasn't bloomed. I expected it to at some point. Bloom, if you've seen it yourself, it's when your clear coat goes cloudy. You get like a condensation over it and it doesn't go away, and it dries there and it stays there and it trashes your paint job. Multi-layered paint jobs can be trashed at any stage. Any of the paint guys out there know that. You've got different processes going on. You lay one paint up, you then mark something or mask it, then you lay the next, and at any point some reaction can occur and it can trash the whole job. You've got to start all over again. That's where you need the patience to do paint work. So that's 6 coats, that's done. Tick, sign the rear fender off. Front fender's got to have 4 more coats. They're half an hour each. You spray the clear coat on, and that's why I take so long. Stand back for half an hour and watch to see if it blooms. If it blooms, you can stop at that point, and sometimes you can rescue it. You can leave it to dry for 3 days, come back, 1500 grit, wet and dry and watery soap, get it all cleaned off, get down through that bloomed layer, which is only 1 layer thick after all, and then put some more clear coat on, and you can sometimes rescue it. So I'm doing that with that. I did it with that and it didn't need to, so that's done. Once that's done, I'll set them both over there to dry for a few days, and then the next video I can start on the tank, and that's going to be loads and loads of fun. So there we are, fuel tank next. I'll leave you with an image of these finished at the end of the video. Thank you for watching, take it easy, ride safe. I'll see you next time.
You afraid to die alone? Well, I say you won't. I died a long time ago. Well, I say you won't. I died a long time ago. Well, I've had Willie playing on my car radio. And I've heard wailing while I was doing the line.